Hello everyone, welcome back to GGN. This is part 4, the final part for today for Wednesday, March 20th, 2013. I'm Darko. Alright, this is kind of like breaking news, I guess. North Korea issues air raid alert, orders military to stand ready from the 21st, so this is in the out east. North Korea issued an air raid alert on Thursday and ordered its military to stand ready, the country's state media reported. So it was issued 9:32 a.m. local time, with military units and civilians told to take cover. We do know recently that the United States was holding basically these, what was it, B-52 bombers or something, basically bomber planes, and flying them over Korea that were basically supposed to be simulating a nuclear attack. So who knows? 13-year-old called whore after Connecticut football players charged with sexual assault. We just covered this about how CNN was oddly basically saying how these poor guys who raped this girl are their futures are ruined. And then you had the sisters, or I think it was cousins. Yeah, it was cousins of the cousins of these football players, these suspects. Basically giving death threats to the victim. 13-year-old victim of an alleged sexual assault has been called a whore and bullied by athletes and students after 2 Connecticut football players were charged with the crime. The report that Edgar Gonzalez and Joan Torito, both 18, have been arrested and charged of felony second-degree assault and other crimes. So it says here that the incident was not an indication of deeper problems within the school's culture. Wow, that was interesting, because I say it would. So, this says here the registered citizen found evidence on social media that dozens of athletes and students have antagonized the girl, accusing her of ruining the lives of football players. I want to know why there's no punishment for the young hoes. One student tweeted, "You destroyed 2 people's lives." So it says here that the sexual assault charges followed a string of recent incidents involving a football team. It says the 4 players were suspended last year in connection with a hazing scandal, and Gonzalez, the team's second highest scorer, was allowed to continue playing even after being charged with felony robbery and assault. So this is pretty interesting here when people like this. I don't know what's more sad. The person wrote on Twitter, the young-ass hoes, or the creeps effing these young-ass hoes. So pretty messed up. I guess when, I guess she said something about 8th grade. She was younger. So I guess by the time you get to 18, you're supposed to just accept being raped and not do anything about it. I guess if you were 14 getting raped by an 18-year-old, you'd probably be pretty damn scared. Well, it's happening, but even more scared to go into police and basically have these people responsible for what they did. But, the younger generation, they have a victim mentality, and that's what they're supposed to do. Here's why you see crap like this, right? Like the new show, I want to say it's Girls, but whatever that HBO show is. Girls Gone Bad. So it's here, bikini-clad ladies of Spring Breakers aren't the only starlets who have dirtied their squeaky clean image. They have come a long way from their Disney days, right? Their Disney days. That's where they're groomed to do this. Now starring in a buzzy R-rated indie flick with lots of sex, drugs, and violence. So the new norm, right? With their legs open, sucking her thumb, and they look like, a blank stare. Good Girls Gone Bad, and what? Like they look like they've had a hard night. They're sleepy from partying. We'll come back to this. To make it, you really have to sell your soul to the devil, saying the recent Pussycat Dolls lead singer. Police fined elderly pro-life activist $200 for peaceful protests. So the activist files assault charges. A pro-life advocate who filed 2 assault charges against an Ottawa cop who questioned him Wednesday as he protested outside the Bank Street abortion facility. He's been visited by police nearly daily for over a week as he protests peacefully outside the facility. Today, police were there for an hour and a half and gave him 2 tickets totaling nearly $200. He told LifeSite News that an officer named C. Tucker nudged him slightly and then did it again, even after he was accused of assault the first time. They're saying they were trying to provoke him. They said the officer was facing him head-on and then moved between him and his friend and nudged him on the elbow. So the key is that the officer repeated the second time after his objection, the same thing, saying just to provoke him. Said it couldn't be more deliberate at the first one. I told him he was assaulting me and he shouldn't be doing that. Then he came in and did it again, identically. Formerly gay alternative folk singer Michelle Schacht slams gay marriage during concert. She incited a mass walkout during her concert after launching a says they're launching into an anti-gay marriage diatribe that incited a mass walkout. She broke out in 1988 with her debut album Short, Sharp, Shocked, is known for having largely liberal-leaning fans, and was performing in a very LGBT-friendly San Francisco. Shocked performed one set without a fuss before she began talking about the evils that would happen if California's Proposition 8, which bans same-sex marriage, is overturned by the courts. She cited verses from the Old Testament condemning homosexuality, encouraged performance, and rant, as they say, was cut short by the venue operator, who said that as a gay man he could not allow the show to go on and told her to leave the stage. Hours after the incident, many fans went online and said they believe her career is done. At least 8 venues have canceled the performances in light of her remarks. It says, I'm here to say that homosexuality is wrong. So it's interesting, though, because I've talked about this before. This is a good example. It says, I have to laugh at all these homosexuals who are up in arms over this singer. When something like this happens, when a gay person says something, it's always about free speech, but now they want to deny the singer's free speech. It's complete hypocrisy. So she has to recover by saying, I'm not anti-gay. She apologized as her remarks were misunderstood. So with her career in apparent danger, the imploding folk singer issued a statement insisting she is not anti-gay and that the remarks that she made in last weekend were utterly misconstrued. She says, I do not believe that God hates homosexuals or anyone else. I said that some of his followers believe that. Interesting when she said this, when they stop Prop 8 and force priests at gunpoint to marry gays will be the downfall of civilization. Because we just covered this article yesterday. On the 19th, North Carolina church refuses to perform straight weddings until same-sex marriage is legal. 2 days ago, Hillary Clinton backs gay marriage. Not a big surprise here. She posted a video on the website of the Human Rights Campaign, a gay rights group. Former Secretary Clinton comes out in favor of gay marriage. Then you have the Pope backed gay civil unions. Compromise offer shocked Argentine bishops. He made some uncompromising statements on issues like gay marriage, but also has a pragmatic streak when it comes to the Catholic Church. So it says here that he publicly denounced the gay marriage bill as a destructive pretension against the plan of God, but he listened to my views with a great deal of respect, says a gay rights leader. He told me that homosexuals need to have recognized rights and that he supported civil unions but not same-sex marriage. Nolte pulls Utah Boy Scouts sponsorship over gay ban, so a lot of people have done this in groups over the Boy Scouts. Chipotle Mexican Grill is withdrawn in support of a Boy Scouts event in Utah due to the organization's ban on gay members. The Supreme Court ruled in 2000 that the group was allowed to prohibit gay members under the First Amendment, which guarantees the freedom of association. ACLU threatens to sue after Pennsylvania school board blocks Gay Straight Alliance Club. The ACLU is threatening a Pennsylvania school district with legal action after the school board voted 5-4 to block the formation of a Gay Straight Alliance at the local high school. ACLU gave the school district a Wednesday deadline to reverse its decision before the ACLU moved forward with the suit. But on early Wednesday, a district representative who asked not to be named by phone that the original decision to bar the club still stands. The ACLU of Pennsylvania and homosexual advocacy group, Equality PA, originally wrote to the district on March 12th demanding the reverse decision in 3 days or be sued in federal court. These gay-straight alliances have been a hot-button issue in Canada. In Ontario, the recently passed Bill 13 has mandated that all schools, including Catholic schools, must allow gay-straight alliances. They wanted to make it clear that Catholic schools could not refuse the clubs. After the passage of the bill, President of the Elementary Teachers Federation Ontario said just as all teachers are expected to stand up against racism, i.e. tribalism, sexism, and other forms of discrimination, so too must they stand up and protect students from homophobia and transphobia. Heterophobia? No. So we were just talking about priests being forced at gunpoint to marry gays or homosexuals. And this is a story from 2011. I think it actually happened in Canada as well. This Wobbs is one of 100 marriage registrars in the Netherlands who refused to officiate at same-sex marriages, but now her contract won't be extended, so she's basically been fired over refusal to marry gays. Arizona bill would restrict bathrooms by birth gender. Anti-transgender bill would fine violators up to $2,000. Arizona's House will today debate a bill that would make it illegal to enter a public bathroom, shower, or dressing room designated for a gender not listed on your birth certificate. The bill is an apparent response to anti-discrimination law Phoenix passed last week that would allow transgender people to use their preferred bathroom. So it says it's unacceptable for a man who merely thinks of himself as a woman to use the facilities. If you're a male, you stick to the men's room, they tell him. Yeah, that's what you want to allow. You want to allow like 60-year-old perverts in there with 8-year-old girls going to the bathroom. That's going to really work out. But hey, you don't want to discriminate, right? So it says here that the bill has sparked outrage from transgender activists. Equality Arizona released a statement calling it a disgusting invasion of privacy, one that can make criminals of women who duck into men's bathrooms to avoid long lines. I mean, who gets arrested for doing that, for using the other bathroom when it's empty? Forget about showing your birth certificate to vote, they say. Soon you may need to tote that thing around in order to use the bathroom. Well, it's only because you guys are getting so stupid about the whole thing, right? Religious leaders, politicians, and principals unite against Manitoba's anti-bullying Bill 18. A growing number of politicians and religious leaders have added their voice to the escalating clamor against the proposed Bill 18, saying that it would force faith-based schools to hand over their cherished freedoms to agenda-driven government bureaucrats. So it says here, they say that the bill, it says the director of Winnipeg's Jewish Learning Center wrote to Selinger that the bill's requirement that gay-straight alliances be accommodated in every school is based on a mistaken premise that will only serve to undermine the very principles of equality that it seeks to uphold. So the rabbi pointed out that Orthodox Judaism, like most of the world's great religions, rejects homosexuality not because of intolerance of people that have a natural inclination towards such lifestyles, but because of impositions that religion places on us, including limitations on the ability to marry. He wrote that it would be wrong, hurtful, and the height of disrespect for students to form an official group that advocates gay rights within the framework of a religious school. And speaking of, family values and stuff, I saw this article come out, right? Justin Timberlake celebrates grandparents' love story in mirrors. And I thought, oh, his beloved maternal grandparents, that sounds so nice. What a great guy. Everybody's gone to the dark side. Then I see this video from InfoWars. It's actually an article and video. Illuminati symbolism in new Justin Timberlake video. Now, I don't know if I see all the symbols, but I see a lot of them, what he's talking about, especially the eye, horse, and all that. And it definitely has some symbolism in there. So, just goes to show you. Here I thought that, and then no, that's, Rapper tries to sacrifice friend for Illuminati. So, this is also covered in the article. Just go through it real fast here. It says here that a June trial set for a would-be rapper accused of malicious wounding for an aspiring rap star who, according to the prosecutor, apparently believed that he had to sacrifice his friend to reach stardom. So, it says here that you are my sacrifice. That's what he said before allegedly firing a shot towards his friend's head in the music studio. He said that the trial will delve into hip-hop music culture and the notion that a secret society called the Illuminati has control over the success of some of its performers. So we come back to this. Nicole Scherzinger, to make it, you really have to sell your soul to the devil. There's our good girls. Axe body spray has same effect as nerve gas. So it says here that one of the students was recently taken to the hospital after being exposed to Axe body spray. Now officials are asking students to stop using it as cologne and fragrance while attending the school. It's funny because, it's like I stopped wearing deodorant a while ago and I definitely shower, but it's just like, it's funny how like my family and stuff like that will mention it. And, but they get offended by that natural smell, but then they don't get offended by all this chemical crap that actually causes your body harm, right? Where you need to perspire, you need to let toxins out of your armpits. But what do? They put all these antiperspirants and deodorants, cake makeup on their face when their pores need to breathe. Everything's about restriction, man, especially when you're a victim, right? When you're a slave. Happy Spring, Frozen America. One thing, too, is with females with high heels, it's about being ungrounded, not grounded. Wearing tight, restrictive clothing that could actually lead to them not being able to be pregnant. And then you got men wearing ties, like little, like choking themselves. Spring, Frozen America. Winter overstays its welcome across the U.S. due to global warming and climate change. New structure for regulation of geoengineering research is needed, they say. It's emerged as potentially promising way, as if it's not happening. But it could present unforeseen new risks, like tsunamis and tornadoes and Morgellons and Yeah, so they say here that they want an international framework for regulating and guiding these chemtrails. How to regulate. MIT says they're going to establish a moratorium on a large-scale project that isn't happening. But check out Clifford Carnicom's aerosol crimes. He tells you that it is happening. Thank you.